Hello. I recorded a video on the 11th. I think that was Wednesday. And then my girls called and interrupted said video. So that one's shortened, if you will. So now today is Monday, June 16th. We had go live for the product today at work. Go lives are usually, they come with, bumps and bruises as per usual. So nothing weird there. Just to be expected. I was in a position where I experienced like mini go lives. So, they're just a little rough and bumpy, especially day one. Everything's been going fine for the most part. I went and saw a place on, oh God, I forgot to call the other one. I got an email from a property manager that said to call to make an appointment. And so I saw that on Saturday or Sunday. And I was supposed to call today, but today was just a little bit busy because about go live. So I didn't call. I might call tomorrow. I'm hoping my hours at work are changing because we're on our normal shifts for coverage for the patients. So maybe tomorrow. I'll remember on lunch. I'll set a reminder. Maybe that's what I should do. I am still on liquids. Today was just all juice. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a matcha this morning. I knew I would need like a little bit extra steam because it was go live today. So I got a matcha this morning. Got a small matcha. It's a little bitty one. At Starbucks. It was at Starbucks. Little matcha. Tall. They call it tall. I think they have one that's even smaller than that. I might try that tomorrow. But so that happened. Other than that, I just drank juice all day. My hours are later. I prefer easier morning. I'm mostly a night owl. So that's some of the reason. Still on liquids. Still haven't eaten anything. That is it. I did do matcha today. I don't know that I'm gonna do matcha tomorrow. I knew I would need a little extra steam today on day one, just kind of knowing what to expect, but not really. So tomorrow, probably won't do matcha tomorrow. I already know I'm thinking about a smoothie for tomorrow, so we'll see. So a matcha and cold pressed juice today. Pardon me. I got up really, really early this morning just to make sure that I was not like running because I knew I didn't want to go live in a rush. I just know me, and I was like, that's not a go. Because they would have threw me into like a whole thing. So talked to somebody from Hawaii today. That was a good time. And still on liquids. I'm actually planning on doing only like a couple more days. I don't know if that was Saturday or Sunday. I got a Remedy. A Remedy is like it's called Remedy. The company's called Remedy Organics, and they have an assortment of like kind of smoothies that have organic ingredients. So I've been doing that, and then I got one that was a little rancid and I drank it. So I think that caused some issues with my tummy. I just didn't feel good. Like the whole day was kind of weird nutritionally, and I don't know if I like hit a wall or what that feeling was, but it was not cool. And I think it's because I just didn't. I almost drank it because I'm greedy. I need to stop doing that. I've done that before, and each time I've done that, I got food poisoning. So, at any rate, it was rancid. I switched it out and got one that wasn't rancid. Not sure how many more of those I will drink. Might lay off for a minute. I don't know. I'm done for the night. I had Evolution. I didn't juice at home. I had Evolution, 15 ounces a piece, and I probably, between this morning and about lunchtime, which was between 3 and 4 for me, 3 and 4 Central Standard Time, I drank 4 3/4 because I drank a little bit out of the top of one. So 5, let's call it 5. They're 15 ounces a piece. One was a green, but it wasn't like clean green. I call clean green like all juiced vegetables, if you will. This one had a little bit of sweet. So one was closer to clean. It wasn't that sweet at all. I was like, because it actually tastes like super healthy. It tastes like nutritionally sound. That's what it tastes. It tastes really healthy. And then I had another green, but it was a little bit sweeter. It tasted so yummy. It was so yummy. So, it wasn't a sale, but I bought like 6 and I drank one on one Sunday, and I don't know what I drank. Anyway, so I did that, and so I drank, and they were slushy. That's what got me. It's a nice, good, warm day. It's freezing in the office, but I about froze myself to death drinking these slushy Evolutions in the office. I just kept breaking up the ice. My cold bag, so I froze them the night prior. So this might be a tip for summertime juicing. If you're gonna juice during the summer, like even a short juicing fast. But I froze them, and then I put them in a Coles bag. So you know the Coles bags that you get from like Walmart and Sprouts and and Natural Grocers, and he probably has one. What's the big one in Florida? My brain is blanking out, but most of the major grocers, they have a Coles bag. So just buy a Coles bag or get a lunchbox that'll hold your colds. And I should have bought, they had a big Coles, and then they had a little like lunchbox size, and I should have got the little lunchbox size. They probably would have fit them all. But anyway, I froze them, and then I put them in the Coles bag, and they just melted over time. So 2 I pulled out this morning so that they can melt a little faster because I'm greedy. And then the other 3 or so I left in the Coles bag, and by lunchtime they were perfectly slushy. I could have took them like a little less slushy because the ice shards were a little bit big, and some slushies are like perfect, like the perfect little ice shards. But they were perfectly slushy around lunch and ready to go. They were perfect. Oh, so good. And I couldn't quite get, when I drank because it was 15.2. Hold on. Here's an empty bottle. Empty bottle. This is the clean green. 15.2. I don't know if you can see that. Boop. This one's pretty clean. This one was a little bit sweet. It wasn't much. All it has is an apple versus, I don't think I have that other one. The other one I threw away at work. This is the one I had first thing. But this one was closer to clean. Wasn't very sweet at all. Just a hint. A little hint. So I did 2 of these at lunch. So almost 15 and a half. Let's say 30 and a half ounces. And I was full. I was so full. Oh my God. I was like, ugh. And my tummy was sticking out and all the things. So, it's definitely tiny in there. I could have just drank 1 But it was lunchtime. I had an hour and I was being greedy. And it was so warm in the car that the ice shards that was inside the second one were just about melted. So that one was less slushy, which is why I went ahead and killed it, because I like them chilled. So it didn't last long. So that was it. Delicious little flare that I had today. I should do that more often. For today, the grand total, because I bought 6 and they were about $5 a piece. So $25 today on juice, which is expensive, but so are medical bills. So I'm not blinking hard at the whole issue. You gotta take care of yourself. Oh, okay, no. So in the grand scheme of things, with my matcha, which was also about $5, I spent $30 today. But that was $30 for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So what's 30 divided by 3? $10. So it's $10 a meal, which is not bad. That's not bad. So when you think about it, grand scheme wise, it wasn't bad. And I prefer it. Just juicing is easy. I think that's why I haven't stopped. That's why I haven't stopped my fast. I just don't have to think about what I'm gonna eat. I think that's why I'm like, yay, because I don't have to say, well, sometimes that's the issue with veganism, is finding somewhere to eat. The other piece is today was go live, and I knew I didn't want to have to think about it, you know? Like any other day, probably would have been fine, but today I knew I didn't want to have to think about it. I was like, no, that's a no. There's too much coming up at work for me to have to be on lunch trying to figure out what to eat. So there's that. I'm still trying to run into a watermelon. I want the moment, but if this week is my last fast, or the last portion of my fast, I won't have the moment. And the moment is, you know, I thought I would have like a new set of really sharp knives, really cool ones, and the juiciest watermelon that I know how to pick out, and the music too loud, and that kind of thing. So I haven't had the moment yet. But I don't know that I can hold out much longer. I don't know what day this is. So March 9 to, I think June 7 was 90. June 7 was 90. And it's been another almost 7 since then. So I'm almost at 100 days. Maybe I'll count and see if I just get to 100 days. What's 9 plus 7? No, yeah, 16. So, no. Yes. So I'm at 97 right now. 97 days on just liquids. If I go to Starbucks tomorrow, I will not get a matcha. I'll probably just get a black tea with no sugar. If I do, because I might change my mind, but I doubt it. I doubt I'm going to change my mind. But if I do, because Starbucks has black tea, I believe. I think they have a black tea. So I'm going to look in the app and see if I can find said black tea. And because I ordered it online, and I knew my brain was thinking matcha. So tomorrow, I probably won't do matcha. Probably just do a black tea. I'm okay with that. And I'm caffeine sensitive, so that's why I only get like a little bit of, like, the matcha was a tall matcha when I was a big body, when I was curvy. It's either grande or I forget what they call the medium. Anyway, and it didn't have, this one was just matcha with oat milk and whatever they put in there. I didn't make any other modifications. I don't know if that syrup is vegan, whatever syrup they put in there. They put a syrup in there. So I don't know if it's vegan or not. I need to ask. I did not ask. I'm just being honest with you. Because I wasn't rushing, but I wasn't as early as I would have preferred to be. My morning routine this morning took a little bit more time. I threw on a dress today. You guys can't see it. And I flat ironed my hair. And so I did the thing. And I know that you work, me personally, sometimes I work like I look. So I wanted to be, somewhat decent so that I could focus on work and not dress all slouchy. So it was a little, still slouchy, but a little less slouchy. This was not like a new dress. I've had this dress since 2013, so it's old. It's not a new dress. So maybe, since I'm at 97, maybe 3 more days. Maybe just an even 100. I said I wasn't gonna say when, because every time I say, oh, I'm gonna be done fasting, it's still going on. It's still going on. So, I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it. Work's going fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. Normal go live. Let me think. I'm having like a little luncheon for my grandmother at a vegan restaurant. I didn't have a RSVP because I don't think it's necessary. It's kind of like we're kind of winging it, this kind of thing. It's not mandatory, just something to try. My grandmother's birthday today is June the 16th. Her birthday is June the 28th. It's Saturday, and it's at a vegan restaurant here in the city. And I don't think I'll be able to eat. It's more comfort food vegan, like yummy, comforting stuff to your meals vegan. And that is the compromise, because I knew that far left vegan is like a little rough to like I take that back. I have a cousin that's vegan, but he doesn't come to many family functions, so keep that in mind. I think a hard, like we have a raw vegan restaurant here. It's called Gigi's. And it's delicious, but I think that would have been almost traumatic for a few of my family members. Would have been like, what are you talking about, that, right? So I picked comfort food vegan, which is the compromise. And some thought I should have picked a restaurant with vegan options, but I went with comfort food vegan so they can try something new. So I'm hoping a good portion of my family. There's a few people that I do want to see, if I'm being honest. But I didn't RSVP because I don't want to get promises and things come up and that kind of thing either. So, but I'm excited to spend time with my family and to hang out and do all the things. That's gonna be a good time. Also, the Starbucks I went to this morning, I won't make any mention of the actual location. But my actual matcha wasn't that good. Like, there's one location. Let me think of what location that is. I can't remember off the top of my head. Locally, it might come to me. But anyway, they kill it every time. It's literally perfect. It's so beautiful. So good. No, not them. The one by the Walmart on 40 Highway, that one, sometimes you can get a good one. Sometimes you can get a really good one. One time I got one, it was trash. Promise you. Here's another one. They always do an amazing job. I've never gotten a bad matcha. At any rate, this one this morning, I don't recommend it. I'm not gonna give you any locations because it could have been just me. Like, maybe they was like, I don't know. That's actually paranoia. Don't listen to me. Which is why I'm not making any mentions of a location, because it could be just that, so no. But it wasn't a yummy matcha this morning. If you happen to know me personally and you want to know which location it is, I'll tell you. But oh my God. Let me think. That's really it. I don't have anything else. No, I got nothing. Have a great day. Talk to you later.